we've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. Property auctions made quick, easy and simple. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another feature lot show for the Clive Emson auction. It's September auction. We're getting closer and closer and closer. Bidding goes live on Monday, the 18th of September. The auction ends on Wednesday, the 20th of September. So there's still a bit of time. If you do want to view the full catalogue, you can just scan that QR code right there. Visit www.cliveemson.co.uk or click the link in the body of this broadcast. 180 lots in total. However, my old mate Joe Rocks is back to take us through one lot in particular. Joe, first of all, how are you?
I'm very well,
enjoying the
thank you.
sunshine? Enjoying the weather?
I am, yeah. We had a couple of weeks in Cyprus over the school holidays, which was nice. Came back to a very wet August, but it's bright now. It's hot, so all's good.
That's it. Kids back at school now as well, so that means back in the office full time, doesn't it? I guess. But right, you're here to talk to us about a big lot here as well, aren't we? Now, when we say big, we're talking guide price in the millions.
Yes.
So let's start, shall we? Let's just have a quick look at one of the images. Tell us about this. This is lot number 69 going under the hammer.
Yeah, the Portway Centre, located just outside of Salisbury, and big in terms of value, but also big in terms of what you get in the property. It's a very striking building in a brilliant location, a very popular industrial area. Lots of successful businesses surrounding it, Kia and Land Rover amongst others, and inside offers a wide variety of rooms that are leased to individual businesses. You've everything from beauty consultants, web designers, up to civil servants, construction firms, and even a science laboratory up there as well.
Wow.
So
Blimey.
a wide range, a wide mix of businesses on offer. And I think that's what makes it really successful. From the outside, you look at it and you might just think, oh, it's just an office block. But because of what goes on inside, there's just so much more on offer. The current owners actually purchased it in a Clive Emson auction a few years ago. Whilst it was successful already then, they've invested a significant amount of time and money into the building, and it's just taken it to another level. It's extremely well managed by the building manager. As soon as you walk into that reception area, you just showed an image of it, you just immediately get a feel for what it is. And it is one I think that you have to view to get that feel, to get that understanding. Yes, obviously there's one aspect, it's just been split into different units. Businesses rent them and they go about their day-to-day business, but there's also a number of flexible offices available. You can just pitch up for a couple of hours if you need a hot desk, if you want to get out of the house. It's particularly useful over the school holidays if you were. There's boardrooms, meeting rooms. Local businesses often hire those out for training days and presentations. There's a little breakout area for all the offices to use, so quite a casual area. They had a big screen showing the World Cup over the summer. That was quite good, nice little area for them all to mingle.
So it's fully tenanted then, Joe? Well, I say fully, but it's got tenants in already, so it is generating an income.
Generating a very healthy income, just over £330,000 a year on the income. In the catalogue, there's a big breakdown of the income. There's also additional columns showing the extra income that can be generated from the meeting and conference rooms. There's also a huge car park outside, plenty of parking for the building, but also they lease some of the spaces to the likes of Kia and Land Rover, and that generates extra income as well. Those businesses obviously want to use the overflow parking, and when I was there was a row of 20 brand new Land Rovers ready for their customers. So it's a real special mix up there, and I think it'll be an ideal purchase for somebody that looks to add that to their current portfolio of properties.
It certainly sounds like a very entrepreneurial sort of purchase, doesn't it? But it sounds like there's an awful lot of opportunity. And of course, I suppose if there's a company that wanted to come in and sort of then just have the space for themselves, they could as well. But I suppose then they've got the tenants to deal with. But
that's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously different ways you can approach that. There's tenant schedules of when the current tenancy dates are coming to an end, and if if there's a business that thinks long term, maybe in the future, 5 years, they want a big location like that, then there's obviously different ways to look into it. But at the moment, it's producing a very healthy income, and it would, like I said, it would be a great addition to anybody who's got business centres like this. We've sold some successfully recently, even earlier this year. We've sold similar properties, so they often do go very well.
Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it? It actually looks inside. It looks. You said that the current owners bought it on auction, actually from Clive Emson. You can tell just by cycling through these images here that they've done a good job, haven't they? They've taken this seriously.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like I say, it's really well managed by the current builder manager as well. She was there previous to the last sale, and she's still there at the moment. And yeah, it's great. We've been to places like this before, and sometimes it's just an office block. But when you get something that's like this, you just, like I say, you just get a real good feeling about it. And it's one, as soon as you walk into that reception area, you're just like, wow. I particularly like the heritage of it as well. It's built near the old Sarum airfield, which played a big part in both World War I and II. And you've only got to look at this build. I mean, the road leading to the Portway Centre is called the Spitfire Road, and the boardrooms are all named after aircraft. So you've got Lancaster, Hurricane, Kitty Hawk. So yeah, it's got its real sort of core links to the heritage of the area as well, which just makes it even more special.
Joe, it's a fantastic opportunity for somebody there. Guide price from 2.8 million to around about the 3 million mark, but it looks like a great opportunity for somebody, doesn't it? Thank you for choosing that, by the way. Thank you for explaining it. One thing I love about working with you guys is that you're also knowledgeable. You know, every time I talk to you, I talk to Russell, I talk to Audrey, I talk to Paul, everybody knows their stuff at Clive Emson, don't they? And I'm not paid to say that either. It's just literally just, just thought, I learned a lot too. Yeah. One thing I want to learn as well, Joe, is we do know we're having nice weather in September. It's glorious at the minute, isn't it? The ice cream van pulls up outside the office where you are right now. You've got a couple of quid in your back pocket, a bit of loose change, and you think, oh, God, I'm going to treat myself to an ice cream. What are you choosing?
Well, I knew there was a curveball Ian question coming up. So, okay, so if it's just me on my own, and there's a story behind this, so if it's just me on my own, it would be a typical 99 with a flake. Yeah. But I prefer the soft Mr. Whippy ice cream out of the little.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah. I don't like the out the tub.
There's always a little bit of a disappointment when I ask for that, and you reach for the spoon, and I'm just like, oh yeah, great. But
I could have done that at home.
If I'm with my son, he's allergic to milk. He's got a cow's milk allergy, so I always settle for an ice lolly because that's all he can have. So I always feel a bit mean if I'm sat there stuffing my face.
Good on you, Joe. Good on you, mate. Yeah, no, I like that. Good on you. Right, thanks for that, Joe. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the auction, won't you? And don't forget, everybody, 180 lots going under the hammer from Monday the 18th of September. www.cliveemson.co.uk is the place to go to view them all. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. It'll take you straight there. Right, ice cream van outside. I'm off to get Mr. Whippy.
Same.
You are too, Joe. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye-bye.
We've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. Property auctions made quick, easy and simple. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers.